Rex with it.
What's up? It's TBE. I'm going to take you through my pre-trip inspection that I do in the morning before I leave. I have my mallet here, and I have a tire pressure gauge. Tractor trailer tire pressure gauge. You always need that. Some stuff I looked at last night before I called it tonight. But I always check to see if I hit anything or if anything had hit me that I didn't notice. So I always take a walk around the truck. Take a walk around the truck. I don't see any damage, anything that may have popped up or came up from the road. Sometimes you just don't know. So that's one of the walk-arounds that I do in the morning. If I hadn't got a chance to really walk around that night, I'd do it in the morning. Get around here, got an asshole coming in, 100 miles an hour. And I'll do a once around the trailer, because I didn't take a once around the trailer last night as I was coming in. I did check my oil, because checking your oil is big. Like, just because the truck tears up doesn't mean they're going to give you another truck. So then I go to the back tire, the trailer. I do the exact same thing. And around to the other side of the truck. Trailer tires are good. Sometimes self-inflated tires, it's hard to know if they've gone bad or going bad because they inflate even when there's a small leak. That's good. That's good. I use a really heavy hammer like this, so it bounces off pretty stiff. If there's a very large bounce in it, then you probably want to check that. Now, if you see this damage here I have to this mud flat, that actually came from a blown back tire. One of these tires, I can't remember which one. It's one of these retreads. That's all they put on here, this damn retreads. One of them damn retreads blew. I mean, that was the damage caused. But whenever I take it in, it never gets fixed. So I guess they like the hell with it. This here is anti-gel. I put this in my fuel tank. It's supposed to keep the lines from gelling up during the winter. They give all of us gallons. A bunch of quarts of these. I think I need to get some more when I go by the Atlanta yard, since I'm almost in Atlanta. I put one of these in every time I run empty, and I refuel. Whenever it's 30 degrees, at least 30, it's been like 35, 40 degrees, but it drops lower than that at night. That's when they want you to really put it in. So and then I'll check my oil. So one of the first things I always make sure I have is windshield wiper fluid. You're going to need that. You can't always stop and clean your windshield wipers all the damn time. So you always got to make sure you have windshield wiper fluid. This is one of the things I checked last night. I noticed was light. Another thing, a simple thing that I check that guys don't think about that may be out on these trucks, check your lights, your headlights, especially on Freightliners, and your parking lights. because I've constantly had lights out. Damn, I ain't had none left. I've constantly had like one headlight out, or one parking light or a signal light out, and that's from keeping your parking lights on. I know sometimes we park at night and we like for the truck to be lit up and we have our parking lights on, but that actually causes your bulbs to burn out. So I had to learn that the hard way, that actually the wires will start to melt and they'll burn out. So after that, just take a look around while you already have the engine up. Take a look around, fill on the belts. Like I'm going right by the yard. If there was an issue, I would be able to just bring it up to who's ever in the yard. Check my oil last night. Like I said, that's mandatory. Always to check your oil. You don't worry about the fact that you just had a check your coolant level. But you don't worry about the fact you just had a safety check done on the truck and they might have topped it off with oil. These trucks, especially these Freightliners, they burn a lot of oil. Another thing I see, it may be a future issue with this truck. You see how it's wet all up in there? I don't know if it's coming from one of these injectors from right here or where the connection is further down in. But I'm due to have an e-service the next 3,000 miles, so it would make it through the 3,000 miles and leave me on the side of the road like it did when the damn starter went up on it. I had a starter issue way up in Chicago last winter and when it snowed during a winter storm. But when I did check my oil, let's see if we can get that on there. Come on. Focus in there. Yeah, maybe we'll focus in there. There it is, right there. And that's where it is. It's not necessary to have more than that in there. You don't. Now, if it gets to like getting toward the bottom of the hash mark, not the bottom, but a little bit toward the bottom, then I will put oil in it then. Burning. There was a car crash out here last night. Man, it's like a burning smell that still is out here. People out here drive nuts. Anywhere near Atlanta, you know, they drive. Like I said, a headlight, I always have a headlight out every once in a while. So I always make sure I check them. Because you don't want to pull into a weigh station with one headlight and they're in the mood to check people. So then I turn on my emergency flashes and I check them. Truck still running -10. I need fluid. I need some fuel in here. But the only thing is, because this company does a lot of dropping hooks, you want to do a, you always want to top your reefer off with fuel. Company driver, you're not paying for it. So just top the truck off with fuel. Yeah. These flashers are working, so pretty much I'm good to go. And that's basically my pre-trip inspection in the morning. A little bit of extra added to it. Here, there's these clips here. I was so bad at doing this when I first got this truck. Like I said, I was so used to having a Kentworth. This was different. Another thing makes people lazy is because they have to put these guards on and off. Well, you just have to lower them to be able to do your pre-trip. I didn't have that at Stevenson, so I was kind of lazy on that a lot of mornings, and I had problems that I figured out that I had later on during the day that could have been avoided if I had just did a pre-trip inspection. So that did not take long at all. You know, it takes about 3 to 4 minutes to walk around. Me 5 because I did some other stuff. And that is my pre-trip inspection. Then I come through, I start the truck up. Like I said, the tire pressure gauge, tractor trailer tire pressure gauge, the mallet that I have. Some people call it a maul, some call it a mallet. I come from construction. I call it a mallet, but it is what it is. And it's also a defense device in case somebody runs up on my door talking dumb. I'm a little older now. I don't feel like all that scrapping. I'll scrap if I have to, but this is a 3-pound maul. You see, that's 3 pounds. And trust me, nobody wants 3 pounds of maul upside their damn head running up on your door. So my suggestion to female truckers is to get you a maul. Maybe you can only tote a 2-pound. A 2-pound maul may be good enough for you. But you need all kinds of stuff as a deterrent. You don't really need it as a weapon. Some stuff you just need as a deterrent to people, man. There's a lot of crazy dudes out here. That's my airlines. From me, I release all my air at night, especially in the back. But what happens is, if it freezes up, water gets in it, freezes, that part could break, then you're shut down. And you don't get the miles. I know we're not here chasing loads as company drivers, but we are chasing miles. And whenever your wheels are not turning, and some people say you're not earning if the wheels aren't turning. So you can say, I don't care, I'm a company driver, I don't care. Well, you will care if all you're doing is sitting around on the side of the damn road and you're not moving the truck. You know what I mean? The breakdown pay is all right every once in a while, but breakdown because of some dumb stuff that you're just not doing or not taking care of, it's kind of your fault. That's not the company's fault. I'm wide awake this morning. I'm moving around trying to... And I did hit on my football tickets. I think I posted that on my Instagram. And Chris Burrows 28. Posted that on my Instagram. I did hit my football ticket. And it was a damn reverse quick pick. So I didn't even pick the teams. I let the machine pick the teams. I bet $2 and I won $1,200. I can't believe this fat motherfucker just stood here. I can't believe this dude in this ABF truck just stood outside his door and took a piss. Broad daylight, dude. Like, the bathroom is literally 10 steps away. And he stood out there on that ground. I don't know if I can show you his piss spot. Right there is his piss spot. My camera. Right there. And took a piss. One of the Swift drivers actually blew his horn at him when he was driving by. Like, there is some crazy ass dudes. And look, and now he's leaving. Like, what is that about? Oh, man, these dudes, man. No wonder we don't have anywhere to park. We don't have anywhere to park because of guys like him. Look, right there is where you go use the bathroom at. He parked right beside this truck and took a piss. Outside his door, standing on the step. I can't believe that. Like, that is crazy. Like, what is wrong with these people?